Now we're going to the Sanctuary of Water and Ice.
Gonna get our first mask.
But
This doesn't look like a sanctuary at all.
it's just a floating platform. What? Why did we go here?
I don't even see any water or ice.
Yeah, why is Rayman's eyes popping out of his face when he talks?
He's been doing that the whole game, man. Get with the program.
Oh, I'm sorry. Council.
We're in the council chamber of the Teensies, I suppose.
With no chairs, tables, files, or anything? Just,
or no chamber.
do they
We're
like,
just on a big hallway, pretty much.
do they just like sit around and play like hacky sack or something? All day? Or what? Like, I don't
Well,
understand.
I don't know. Their butts are so close to the ground, I guess maybe they don't even really need chairs.
I guess that's true.
I mean, look, their legs look to be, what, an inch long?
Maybe even less than that. Also, what's powering those two towers, I guess? The looms?
Teensy power.
Teensy. Okay.
Rayman sounds so worried.
Well, what's gonna happen to me when I open this door? And then it's just a bucket of water falls on his head. So, you guys got me.
We fooled you, Rayman.
Sanctuary of Water and Ice.
You're such a nerd.
Saving
Man,
the
he gets to
world.
go to this pristine beach. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Look, it's got a crab.
It's got two crabs.
Well, the beach has a crab, and the dock has another crab.
Yeah. Your shots seem to want to lock on to the crab a lot, don't they?
Rayman hates crabs.
Used to be
It's not brought up in the game very much.
He used
but,
to be an exterminator.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
originally wanted to have that be like a side plot, but then they ran out of funding, so...
He ran out of funding to make ideas. To put in, like, plots? Or,
To
program
put it into the game.
Sorry, yeah.
I mean, then they would have had to get a voice actor for the crabs to make him say stuff like... That's how the crab sounds.
I think they just left it out because after you have Globox, you don't need any other characters.
That's true.
They could have named this game Globox, The Great Escape.
I feel like Globox did a worse job of escaping than Rayman did, though.
Yeah, but it would have been funnier.
I guess. Or... Globox escapes more, doesn't he? Like, since he gets captured again.
You would have to.
So I guess... Overall, he's greater at escaping because he does it more.
Yeah. I guess if that's the way we're gonna look at it, yeah, Globox is the master of escaping. It's kind of an out of place chest or cage there.
Yeah, but I don't know. The tunnel leading to it has a big loom in it, so you're led that way anyway.
I know, but I'm just saying if you were to like swim over it and not even like see the hole, it's kind of like, well, what do I do? In fact, I think when I was little and I played this game, I completely missed that loom. The first time I played through it, and then it took me a couple times before I actually saw it.
Probably not too many times, though.
Just like twice.
Yeah. As opposed to other looms I could talk about.
Yeah, those terrible. But let's focus on the good of Rayman. not
Yeah,
the
we
bad.
want these videos to be fun, so let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to cry. So,
I like the fun little slide guitar that comes in, just for like fighting this robot.
it's like Leonard Skinner made the soundtrack. Just more barrels, I guess.
Barrels all the time.
They're just the most overused thing in this game. They could have called it Rayman 2, the use of barrels.
That sounds really boring. Like, that sounds like a more boring game than Rayman 2, the okayest game. So,
Well, it kind of sounds like you're just gonna take a barrel and put stuff in it, and
what are you doing?
you're the one playing.
I didn't play this one.
You played that. But don't worry, even Razorbird's skin.
I'm pretty sure that anytime something bad happens to Rayman, you were playing. I'm perfect at video games, so
What?
it couldn't have been me.
I distinctly remember you playing.
You were probably drunk.
What? No. How could I get drunk? I'm not 21.
That's true.
Yeah. You can't get drunk if I'm not 21.
Yeah. Until you're 21, drinking has no effect on you.
Yeah, exactly. So they basically work just like barrels.
Thanks for explaining this to us. We would have never figured it out.
I think they made the idea of the barrel physics first, how you control it, and what it does when you throw it up and around you, and they thought, this is the most perfect controls. We'll use it for anything else you could ever grab.
What I think is they probably had you open doors by stacking barrels, and then they were like, man, we use a lot of barrels in this game. Let's make them magic spheres instead.
Like there'd be a stand made out of barrels and you throw a barrel on top of it.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure they just had one guy planning out all the puzzles in the game, and they were just like, okay, so there's a door, and you throw a barrel at it and it explodes. Okay, so there's a door, and you stack a barrel on a button, and it opens the door. Okay, so there's a thing, and then you use a barrel, and they were like, whoa, calm down, buddy. Let's change some of these barrels into magic spheres.
Yeah. What the heck is that? Just completely missed it?
Yeah, I know. What are you doing? So bad at Rayman.
I'm not gonna take this crap from you anymore. I wasn't the one playing.
No one will believe you.
Did we already talk about how you can move during some of the cutscenes?
I don't think I mentioned that. In the first video, I accidentally jumped during one of the cutscenes for the door opening.
Yeah, we accidentally found out that you can move during the cutscenes. So be careful.
Well, during those specific ones, if a door is opening, you can still walk around. It seems kind of weird.
Well, yeah, but I guess if the pirates are doing something and you're in the Hall of Doors, you can't really move. So now we get to slide around.
Yep. I think... Is this the first level that we actually do that? Because there was a little bit in the very beginning.
This is the first actual level to do that with, yeah. But you do this mechanic a lot more than other mechanics.
Yeah. I don't know, sliding works basically how I think you would expect it to. You know, you can move left or right, and if you hold back, you'll turn more. Mm-hmm. And if you hold forward, I think you go a little bit faster.
Yeah, you go faster, but it's just sort of annoying to control. Also, Rayman, sometimes when you go off of ramps, he'll automatically jump instead of you having to press the button all the time. Which is kind of nice, but I don't know.
And here we have our first boss of the game.
Did we ever find out why his name is Axel?
What do you mean?
Like, why would it be Axel? Like, does he have some properties of an axle? Is that how he works? Is he, like, mechanic?
I don't think any of the other bosses are named in a way that implies that. I think they just thought, like, Axel's a cool name.
They just picked random letters.
Let's name our boss Axel.
Just picked random letters and threw them together.
Yes.
That seems to be how all the other bosses were named.
Yeah,
honestly.
Sort of.
I guess when we get to that point, we'll explain it a bit more.
I'm pretty sure they were just like, that's a cool name.
But yeah, Axel's pretty easy boss to defeat.
Yeah, it's kind of anticlimactic. You just climb up there and then drop an icicle on him.
Mm-hmm. At this point in the game, it's not that hard to fight any of these bosses, and it's just... The only thing about this boss is that it's kind of annoying that you could miss purple looms at times.
Yeah, like, it's not really that hard, but every once in a while you'll miss, and it's just annoying.
Because then you'll slide all the way back down, you have to do it all over again.
Even though it doesn't really take that long, it feels a lot longer when you're playing, because then you're like, oh, gotta go climb up again.
Yep. Oh, by the way, I realized something. I was playing during this part. Sorry about that.
You didn't believe me.
Well, I didn't believe myself. Intuition. Now we get to enter the first sanctuary, and we get the first of 4 masks.
Very exciting.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna walk up this really long...
Well, he's got to make it dramatic. Rayman understands how important this is, so he's like, gotta build tension.
Rayman, he's so dramatic, he could be on Grey's Anatomy. He's a fantastic actor.
I like how he has no reaction to that.
Yeah, it's just
Like, lightning connects him and the thing, and then it just, like, fades into particles, and he's just like,
whatever. Happens all the time, man.
Jenna Bruska.
Yeah.
You know what's for real.
I wonder if he was wondering at all why it connected with him.
I don't know. He also, like, the way he stood there, it seemed like he knew that the mask was going to teleport him, because he just holds it up and waits.
But this doesn't seem like something you do every single day. Like, it seems like it would come across, like, one time a year, maybe?
Well,
One time
4
every, like,
times.
7 years or so?
About 4 times if you're Rayman, I guess.
I guess. But if he knows what he's supposed to do, why does he have to have all this explained to him? You ever think of that? It's pretty weird.
I don't know. Probably some sort of conspiracy.
Yeah, like landing on the moon and Scotch cups.
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
So, it seems like just a thing in Rayman that people have really short legs, but then
Incredibly long arms
Yeah.
or no arms.
he has the longest arms. They're like 3 times as long as his body.
I don't... Well, it's because he... I don't know why. Maybe all of his magical powers are in his
Oh,
arms.
wait. Do
Do
we
we get it?
bonus level?
Oh, dang it.
Way to go.
Sorry about that. But when we get the bonus level, it'll be amazing. I promise.
What was that thing that just walked by?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just ignore it.
Nothing at all.
No.
I'm sure.
Oh, hi, Murphy.
A walking shell.
Walking shell. Tame it? Isn't it, like, mechanical? How would you tame...
Thank you, my king.
He must be... He must be a king or something. I don't understand why we would bow to him.
That thing is crazy scary.
It also doesn't know where the heck to go.
I think I made it dizzy or something.
Well, apparently it just stopped. It's out of breath. So, tried to run into the wall or something?
Camera angle changed.
Oh, okay.
When I
guess-
landed, forward was going towards that cage,
Oh.
and then it turned around.
Okay, well, I guess that's not...
That only happens a couple times, but it's weird.
Yeah. So that stuff on the floor, I guess it's just vines, but it's a one-hit, like, I guess not considered like a kill, because Rayman isn't dead, but it's one hit and then you have to start back from the last checkpoint.
It's pretty much the same as like falling into water or something.
Or like spikes or something, but I don't know. Since this game has so many checkpoints, it's not that bad.
But the
if
walking
we have...
shell can just go right over it.
Yep, no problem. You can also use the walking shell to destroy a lot of doors and stuff.
And hurt yourself.
Very useful information to figure out. You should read that sign, or not. Never mind.
Nope. Gotta get confused by camera angles again.
Yeah.
Nope. Go up here.
Yeah, every once in a while there'll be signs, and they have little tidbits of information on them about... they're mostly for warnings for the pirates, actually. They're sort of funny at times, but...
Also, I never realized, but because of the fact that it's pressure sensitive when you walk, you can walk slowly and sneak past these guards. Anytime I saw a robot, I just killed them, so I never knew that before.
Plus, they're only like the purple robots, so they won't do that much damage, and they barely have any health. But killing...
if there's a sleeping robot, you can just slowly walk past it if you're, I don't know, I guess if you're not good at fighting or something.
Yeah. Killing them really is the only way to get into the doors, though, so... So he jumped down a shaft and fell on some stairs?
Hey man, these are robo-pirates from space. They build weird stuff.
Yeah. I guess if they have a machine that sparks goo, I don't think they'll really need anything else.
Oops.
You missed a loom.
Yeah, I know. There's a cage up there. I go back up and get it.
I know. What is the...
Spent all that time making fun of you for being so bad, and then...
So what is the... How can they just respawn so much?
I don't know.
Like, it looks like they have a doghouse just big enough for, like, maybe one of them. Don't do it.
But there was health.
Apparently you're supposed to be able to get over that, but you can't actually jump with that. You can't make the shell jump, and you can't jump off the shell at that point, so
Yeah,
you can only go faster.
Well, it sort of automatically lifts up a little bit.
But you'd have to... I think you would have to just be going fast, and then you would have to just, like, hit the edge of it at the right time. I don't know, I usually never go that way because there's no looms, like yellow looms over there.
I was just checking it out,
But
showing
here's-
it off for people.
Here's the cage.
Hooray! I left in all that terrible jumping just so we could talk more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't understand the walking shell because it really just looks like a missile with feet, and there's no face for it or anything. There's no way that it would be able to see me.
It
just sort of runs around, and then I get to jump on its back.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's, like, sensitive to heat, and I guess since Rayman has natural body heat, it goes after him?
Sure. That sounds like a...
That seems like an okay explanation.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
So, this is another one of the sort of different gameplay things you get to do. You get to ride around on the walking shell,
Yep.
and that comes into play a few different times.
Mhm.
Pretty fun stuff.
Yep.
I really like it.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, a barrel.
What does this do? I wonder what we can do with
Probably
this
does something awesome, because it's a barrel, and therefore it's amazing.
barrel. Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, so we can just light the barrel on fire and fly across places?
Are you sure? It sounds like I can just light it on fire and then fall into a pit.
Well, just don't be discouraged.
I guess, you know, Razorbeard scared me, so...
Yeah.
Just the camera angle just right so I don't go straight into the wall.
Just right. Oh,
Ugh.
oh.
I almost did anyway.
Yep. That's a pretty cool mechanic you use here and then at one other point in the game, I think.
Yeah, really, it hardly ever comes into play.
It's actually a really fun mechanic to play with, so I don't understand why they didn't do it as much, but it is kind of hard to control. It feels a lot more loose than walking around and playing with Rayman, so I guess it's good that they didn't do it too much.
I almost read that sign, but then I didn't.
Yeah. Like, maybe... You could also sneak past this guy. But I guess we didn't.
Nope.
It's like the worst shot ever. You, like, barely move to the left and he just shoots all the way over. He, like, practically turns around and shoots.
You may as well. What's that?
Ornament.
Just some robot legs.
He took off his pants. Oh. Hey, it's Clark. Why does the text not have a box around it?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. This is... I'm pretty sure this is the only cutscene that it happens in.
Yeah. I don't think anywhere else it does. All the other cutscenes have been blacked out or something.
Yeah. So this is Clark.
He has an incredibly large chin, and
he has an incredibly large everything, except for legs, again.
yeah,
Like, look at him.
they're just puny. It looks like I could break them in half with, like, a finger.
He could break them in half by standing. Like, the weight of his torso alone should not be able to be supported by them.
He also is breathing so hard he's practically, like, growing and shrinking.
Now we gotta go get him an elixir.
It's like a horrible Flash animation or something.